Hello, colleagues. When I sat down and thought about my experiences with ability grouping and tracking, both as a teacher and a student, I thought of both positive and negatives to the practice. I feel there are quite a few arguments both for and against ability grouping, and think that's why it's a controversial practice in education. When I thought about the positives of ability grouping, several thoughts came to mind. The biggest positive ability grouping for me was how it allows you to differentiate your instruction for your students. I'm a big believer in differentiation and feel it is an important aspect of ability grouping. From my experience as a student and teacher, I feel that students learn best in different ways and learn different material at different paces. I feel ability grouping allows teachers to individualize their teaching to account for these differences. Another positive ability grouping that I thought of was that it allows teachers to challenge students that are understanding material really well. I feel that challenging students who are really understanding the material is one thing that many teachers, including myself, struggle with. Ability grouping provides a solution to this problem, I feel, and is a good way to keep these students from getting bored and uninterested. It also allows teachers to challenge these students without leaving other students who need more time or instruction behind. A third positive ability grouping that I thought of was that it allows students who need more instruction or time to get the help over time they need to master the material, without slowing down their other classmates. Uh, I think that for the students, it can be stressful. I think that for students, it can be stressful when they feel the teacher is moving too fast for them, and uh, and they feel that they aren't understanding the material. I feel like ability grouping allows these students to learn at a pace that works for them, and I believe that can alleviate a lot of the stress. When I thought about my experiences with ability grouping, again, both as a teacher and a student, uh, I thought of a couple of negatives that would go along with ability grouping as well. I think the biggest negative is how it labels students. I think students tend to perceive a group of students to be doing less challenging work and associate that with being less capable. I think this can be difficult for students on both sides of the spectrum, but especially for the students who need more time and instruction. Uh, I feel it can lead them to think themselves that they aren't as capable, which can have a lasting negative effect throughout their school years and even into their adult lives. Uh, Along the same lines, another negative that I thought of was the negative classroom culture ability grouping can sometimes cause. I think students can start identifying themselves with the ability group they're in, and which can be a problem, especially if members of one group feel they are uh, superior to members of other groups. I also feel that ability grouping can cause a lot of stress for students, regardless of the ability group they are in. Uh, I remember one of my elementary teachers using ability grouping for our math class, and I remember being in what would have been considered the advanced group and getting really upset whenever I missed a problem on an assignment or test because I thought that if I missed too many, I would get moved out to the advanced group. Um, and ultimately, think that classroom culture is really important. I feel like if ability grouping isn't used or presented correctly, it can lead to the creation of a culture that isn't conducive to students being successful. In conclusion, I feel that ability grouping is a useful strategy to use to differentiate instruction and one that I am in support of. However, I feel that it's important for teachers to be careful about how and when they use ability grouping and how they present its use and purpose to their students.